Okay, guys, welcome back to the welcome, and this is the very girls tournament, and we are heading for the first match of the day, the event. As like I have to talk about it, I don't exactly know which stage is this. I must need to concentrate about it, but yeah, I'm just opening the YouTube. Just let to see what is happening over there. And this is the very first match, as like I just mentioned out, and this is the map of none other than Erangel itself, the very map where most of the players, most of the teams, most of the yeah, entire PUBG community or PUBG players rely upon. This is their safe space to play out. And this is the very first match, like I mentioned out. Let's see. And 14 teams are competing for the battle in this battlefield. Most probably their intention is to get a chicken dinner. Otherwise, if they have had such a bad game, then कम से कम केही हदसम्मको पोइन्ट्स भनौँ, स्टार्टिङ पोइन्ट्स, किन भनेको पहिलो गेम भनिसकेपछि चाहिँ तपाईँको एउटा जग बनाउने गेम हुन्छ होइन, जसको लागि चाहिँ प्ले आउट गर्दैछन् टिम्सहरू। यहाँनिर यो एरियामा भने चाहिँ EA को टिम मात्रै छ जुन रहेको छ एरिया अफ मिल्ट्रा। यहाँ चाहिँ ड्रप क्लासेसको कुनै पनि ट्रेसेस देख्दैन। त्यसबाट आई विल हेड आउट टु द टिम number 16, and then after that 11. There are very two teams, which was our C1 and ER. Two of the teams are here, and I'm hoping that they could fight their level best. जुनलाई हेर्नलाई हाम्रो लेभल अफ एक्साइटमेन्ट हाई होस्। यहाँ पहिलो प्लेयर बेबी ओमलाई फिनिस गरिन्छ खुल्लानको तर्फबाट, एन्ड द्याट विल बी द भेरी फर्स्ट ट्रेड फर द लबी एन्ड फर द टिम, द भेरी फर्स्ट ब्लड पनि भन्न मिल्छ यसलाई। स्लट नम्बर 16 QME PLS माने क्युम प्लेज रहन हुनेवाला छ। द भेरी फर्स्ट प्लेयर हेज बिन अलरेडी एग्जिटेड फर दिस भेरी सर्टेन टिम, सो द्याट एउटा धक्का सम सर्ट अफ भनौँ न, दे आर सरप्राइज, दे आर डिपली अहिलेको लागि भने डिसस्टेन्ड आफ्नो स्टेजबाट, किनभने एउटा प्लेयर निक्लिजानु साथमा एउटा प्लेयरको कमी पक्कै पनि खर्चवाला छ। द्याट सर्टेन वान प्लेयर सो कल बेबी ओम, बट दे आर ट्राइङ टु टेक द रिभेन्ज देयर लेभल बेस। एउटा रिभेन्ज हुन्छ, रिभेन्जवाला कार्यक्रम उनीहरूको लागि भनेर एउटा चालु रहिरहेको अवस्थाको विषय रहेको छ। एएसएल दियालाई दिइसकिएको छ, के दियो भनेर सोच्नुहुन्छ भने उनलाई नक दिइसकिएको छ। फोयाम इज गोइङ अगेन्स्ट द टिम, लास्ट प्लेस स्ट्यान्डिङ विल बी नोट्स, एन्ड उहाँ चाहिँ weapon, and she was just there भनौँ न waiting for her death, since she don't have any of the loot, any of the gun, any of the perseverance that she could use against the enemies to be safe herself. And this will be our HORAA. Player 1 HORAA, player 3 HORAA, and player 4 HORAA. For the HORAA Esports, I guess they are over here in this very present scenario. How they're gonna be managed out, and this is the very grand finals, as I need to mention out that fact in this factful reasons. Player 3 HORAA यहाँ हुनुहुन्छ, माथि चढ्ने क्रम चालु रहँदैछ at this very present situation. Okay, by the time only 11 seconds left for the another stage of the zone close up. And by now we have to talk about the team so-called HORAA. They are three men, not men but women in a lineup. They are over here at the stage or area of apartments. 100-200 किलोमिटर अगाडि पछाडिसम्म कोही एनिमी छैन, थोरै अगाडि एनिमी रहेको भनेको दे आर एट अन द्याट सर्टेन वाटर सिटी, as you need to mention out. And Rozok is purely clear, as there is no any enemies, and the very first squad that has been exited from the lobby will be our squad, none other than ABRUPT Slayer Skulls. They got exited without any of the points. This will be their 0-point game. And by this very time, FOAM SASSY is just heading ahead for this very team. Two of the players, so-called Victoria and Allies, have got per 1-1 kill, and then after that we have to talk about the another player, so-called Miss SASSY, have had grabbed most number of the frag for the teams, for the lobby as well, as that was 2 kills by her side. But Maria is here without any of the frag points, but I'm expecting she will do much more better as like the time passes, since there is only one squad that got killed from the lobby or that got exited from the lobby. There are more 13 teams by this very time, and I'm not supposedly looking, but I have to go over here. there could be a very fight where the very first trade has been taken down by the team C1. One of the players for the team ER, Baby Om, just got finished out. The very first casualty for the team. Otherwise, we can also say that they were the C was the very first blood from the lobby. This was the spray, but that spray wasn't that fine enough to manage that knock at the place. Moreover, no damage sustained against her. She is over here. Team को लागि tinta place standing. One of the player has been already knocked in finish. Team number 16 को लागि भनेर tinta place stand by position मा बस्दै हुनुहुन्छ. Stage 2 बन्नको लागि धेरै समय छैन. Only 2 minutes and 13 seconds left for the at the stage of the zone for which we are just looking after. And I'm really excited to see the zone 15. Either it will be a centric zone or a hard shift. Sweetie is just giving some sort of shots against Mofier, but another side of the area. Over here, the very fight has already been begins, and the very first kill for the Spirit team has been taken out by the player EA Paisway. They are going against the team RYU confidently. RYU को team थोरै भनौँ के हदसम्मको लागि भनेर स्तब्ध भइसकेको छ, as they have already lost one of the fight, but the very first knock for the enemy team has been. This will be a clear-cut revenge. Okay, second player down for the team RYU. Last moment standing 2v3, but now become 1v2. But at the last, yes guys, they only lose a player and have had completely destroyed or exited the very certain team RYU from the lobby, and this will be the very second team to get exited from the lobby at hashtag 13 for the team EA. They have already lost one of the players, but yeah, they have to manage it out well as a 3-man domination in this certain lobby. The very next zone will be started in 1 minute and 15 seconds. Yeah, our Sweetie just got knocked and finished. Okay. Melody does 1v3, but we do miss that out. I'm really sorry for that, as we are engaging in different fights, so that we lose out this certain scenario. And yeah, sorry for that inconveniences, but yeah, the revival has been already started and Kulan just got revived out. But for this team as well, Voila just got exited from the lobby. As I have to talk about that, ASL was the only team that got exited without any of the points. Since RYU got exited with 1 point, so do ER, and yeah, तीनटा टिम्स निस्केको थियो, त्यहाँमध्ये पनि दुईटा टिम्स एक पोइन्ट निकाल्यो भने एएसएल बिना कुनै पोइन्ट्सको एक्जिट लिनु परेको छ। त्यो पक्कै पनि एउटा राम्रो कुरा भने चाहिँ होइन। पहिलो गेम भनेको एउटा बेस बनाउने गेम हो, जहाँ एउटा बेस बनाइसकेपछि भनौँ न एउटा कन्सिस्टेन्सी त्यही हिसाबको कन्फिडेन्टली अगाडि बढ्दै जाँदा द्याट विल बी फाइन एन्ड गुड भनौँ न, एउटा सर्टेन एभरेज पोइन्ट्सहरूको साथमा अगाडि आफूलाई पुल आउट गर्न पाइन्छ। पहिलो गेम नै नराम्रो गइसकेपछि हल्का कन्फिडेन्समा पक्कै पनि डाउनग्रेडेड उनीहरू भएको छन्। बट पहिलो गेमलाई त उनीहरूले एज अ ट्रायल लिनुपर्छ, किनभने जुन हिसाबको उनीहरूको अवस्था थियो, एज दे डोन्ट ह्याभ एनी अफ द आर्म्स, सो द्याट इट वाज हार्ड फर देम टु फाइट इट आउट। बट यो हुनुको कारण पनि उनीहरूकै गल्ती हो, एज भनौँ न उनीहरूको प्यारासुटिङ गल्ती होला, एनिमीभन्दा लेट झऱ्यो होला, मोरोभर टु बी झर्न पर्ने ठाउँमा झरेनन् होला, त्यस कारणले गर्दा त उनीहरूले गन पाएनन्। त्यस्तो एउटा डम साइड एरिया, मोरोभर टु बी त एउटा के भन्छ त्यसलाई, नाली जस्तो त्यो एरिया हुन्छ नि, हो त्यहाँ गएर लुक्नु पर्ने अवस्था भनेको द्याट वाज रियली 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 नट फाइन। अहिलेलाई टिम अर्ली SASSY, not early, but for the team SASSY, 4 of the players are over here and they're just trying to make it out of BLIZ camp, but Novo Repno area is completely empty, and I don't think so कि कुनै पनि enemies teams त्यो एरियाबाट बाइपास आउट भएर त्यो ब्रिज युज गर्छ भनेर म अझै पनि यहाँबाट भनौँ न, I'm just confused about that, as I'm seeing our team so called busy and they are getting out from that certain island, military base island, from the military base bridge, military base को ब्रिजको तर्फबाट उनीहरूले सर्टेनली भनौँ न जोन लिगिरहेका छन्। एन्ड बाई दिस भेरी टाइम 4 AM को टिमको लागि भनेर यतापट्टि हुनुहुन्छ स्क्वाडे, जहाँ मध्येको मिसाजी have had manager 2 फ्रैक्ट as like I have already talk about that. And for the team Val, there are overall 3 players available since they have also lose one of the players, but for them it was a loss, big loss. as they got into the very fights but got casualty of one player, but haven't had got any of the frag points in their name, so they are 0 in points. यहाँ हुनुहुन्छ हाम्रो लागि SSSQ, they are 4 main. I think one of the player for the team Bhal has been killed by the player SSSQ Billy, as she have had got 1 frag for the team. And we have to talk about the team cards. There are overall 4 players available, as they got nothing to lose by now, since they haven't got engaged in any of the battles, so that they don't have lose any of the players, so they don't have had any casualty or any frag points in their name. त्यो रहेको छ कुरा. भिजीको टिम चाहिँ आउनुहुन्छ यो टिमको लागि भनेर पनि फोमले स्थानीय भेहिकल लिएर अगाडि बढ्ने क्रममा लाग्नुहुन्छ होला ग्रान्ड फाइनल्सको. दिस इज द भेरी फर्स्ट डे फर द ग्रान्ड फाइनल्स, एज लाइक आई गट द इन्फर्मेसन अबाउट that this will remain for 4 different days: today, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow, and tomorrow. Yeah, that will be the very fact. 4 days event. यहाँबाट सर्च दिँदै हुनुहुन्छ to just punch it out that certain vehicle tire, not tower. That makes some sort of difficulties for the enemy team to just move around. त्यो पनि एउटा फाइदाकै विषय रहेको छ for that certain team. That was advantages for the enemy team, but disadvantage for the team KATZEYE. Yes guys, I don't think so they have had any alternative tires with them. And होराको टिम त मजाले लुटिरहेको थियो. कुन एरिया भन्नुहुन्छ भने अपार्टमेन्ट एरिया, जहाँ उनीहरूलाई कुनै पनि किसिमको खतरा थिएन. बट one thing that is bad for them is that they have to play it with 3 men, since एउटा प्लेयर त जोइनै गर्नुभएको थिएन. द्याट इज मेकिङ सम सर्ट अफ डिफिकल्टिज फर देम टु हेभ इट. ठिक छ गाइज, 1 मिनट एन्ड 30 सेकेन्डको टाइम पिरियड बाँकी रहेको छ अर्को स्टेज अफ द जोन बन्नको निम्ति भनेर. ओन्ली 1 मिनट एन्ड 30 सेकेन्ड फर द अनदर स्टेज अफ द जोन, एन्ड द टाइम इज जस्ट वेटिङ फर वाट भन्नुहुन्छ भने वेटिङ फर द नेक्स्ट जोन, द 15. अनि पक्कै पनि अहिलेसम्मको जुन हिसाबको यो जोन चल्दैछ यो सेन्ट्रिक 15मा गएको छ. अब हार्डसिप लिग्छ लिँदैन, द्याट विल बी द क्वेसनेबल थिङ टु जस्ट लुक आफ्टर. एन्ड देन आफ्टर द्याट सियानको टिम जस्ट फाइट in the area of Lipotka, lose out 1 player but have had got 4 kills in their name, whereas Melody have the numerous number of kills, which is 3, which is highest among the team, her team, and the lobby. For the lobby, she is number 1 in terms of frags. But let's see यदि अरू प्लेयरले त्यो हिसाबको किल्सहरू लिएर आउन सक्छन् सक्दैनन्, त्यो चाहिँ एउटा हेर्दै जानुपर्ने कुरा रहेको छ. सिलेक्टरहरूको यो वेयर हाउस काइन्ड अफ एरियामा आइसकेको छ यो टिम. अब बिस्तारै मुभिङ गर्ने क्रममा आरीको टिमसँग आई एम एक्सपेक्टिङ अ क्लास अगेन्स्ट द टिम आरी in terms of rotation, in context of rotation. That will be the very fight that we could see. Let's see. But zone को 15 आउन लागेको छ. only 20 seconds left for the end of the stage of the zone, and we are super ready to see and super excited to see what will gonna be happening next. Okay guys, just moving or heading ahead, and rotation wasn't straight enough to get fight again that certain team, and trying for the another one vehicle, just shifting from one vehicle to another, since last vehicle got out of fuel. So that where will be the very next fight? If you ask me, then I'm expecting over here. Let's go to the team KATZEYE. KATZEYE को लागि form standing. By the time I'm expecting the fight against the team BLIZ, but let's see, are they ready? They are supposed to be ready by this time, as the zone has already been converted or shifted in the area of Rozuk. Rozuk is completely clear. I guess Val will try to just get that area, but it is risky as we just think about the zone and the plain path. Rozuk got into the very plain path, and it is really hard to believe that no teams are there in this current scenario, and Rozuk is still untouched in terms of loots को लागि कोही गएकै थिएन अब. बट काजको टिम आई गेस उनीहरू बिस्तारै लाग्दै स्क्वाड हाउसमा आउँछन्. दे have faced shots by the team Hal, but she is on open area to go for the shots. But yeah, Just looking for the alternative angle as I need to know. Yes, for the team RE as well. Players are getting knocked out over here. In this very present scenario, the very first player has just got knocked out. Last round is standing for the spirit team, but the revival need to be get started on time, and 4am are just getting close by for the fight. Not only 4am but Xian also coming closer, but they are trying for the rotation rather than that engaging in such fights, which is really not fruitful for them to have had in this case. किनभने न्युमेरियस नम्बर अफ द टिम्स क्लोजमा रहेको कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ इट विल बी अ स्यान्डविच इफ दे गो ओभर देयर. पोएमको लागि भनेर भिक्टोरिया जस्ट ट्राइङ टु मेक इट आउट द्याट हिलिङ अफ जब अन टाइम, बट या she got lucky that she don't face knock at that time and got back into the vehicle with her friends. With her friends or moreover teammates. Just getting ahead for the team K as one of the player has been already knocked out by the team SASSY. Yeah, KS's fan just got knocked out at this very present situation. Okay, and the one of the player already got knocked out and that makes a finish, but another one player also got on the line with that grenade, and another one player also got knocked out at this very place, and SASSY is doing great. The very first kill has been picked out by the player Sukal, so he's SASSY and that make a finish, and another one or second kill has been contributed by the very same player, so his SASSY is doing fine in this very scenario. I guess last round is standing for the team number 13s, and bam, SASSY got there in that vehicle, and KATZEYE is getting ready with that the very grenade. This goes a grenade, but I don't think so that deal any of the fine damages or fruitful damages against that bam SASSY. Going with that another grenade, going goes a grenade, but yeah, KATZEYE got converted into Dorasty with a fine damage. Bam SASSY doesn't exactly know about that, but yeah, KATZEYE just got healed out. Yes guys, let's get ready. Grenade गरेर निक्कीको म्याचमा कन्भर्ट गराउन सफल रहे तापनि टस रहेको छ. दिस विल बी द भेरी नट ट्राइङ फर द फिनिस. दिस विल बी फिनिस, बट मोली कट हर. सी गट नक एट द प्लेस अफ अ लास्ट प्लेयर स्ट्यान्डिङ. Where was she? But she also got exited by the player. So is SASSY herself. She got, I guess, 3 kills or 4 kills. Okay, nice. She got 4 kills. This will be 1v4, but for this very team, one of the very bad thing is that they lose one of the players, which is our bam SASSY. EAको team strong हुन्छ. They are trying to get engaged in the very fights. Only SASSY is over here reloading that certain DVS रहनु हुनेवाला छ यो टिम्सको लागि. Just trying out that smoke to make out a certain cover for the team EA. One of the player got knocked, and that will be instant finish for the very team EA. The very second casualty for the teams, and trying to go for the grenade. Okay guys, this will be the very fact for the team RE. 3 players standing. One of the player got knocked out at last stage, but they are able to manage that survival, and they are 3 men strong in this case. Okay guys, त्यही रहेको छ कुरा. 47 seconds left for the another stage of the zone 4am को टिमको लागि भनेर we have talked about that. They have already got 4 frags, but to lose one of the player Maria G, she got exited without any of the frag points, so there is no such contribution by her side by this time. But Elias is also facing some sort of backstab, whereas okay, she got dead by just jumping out of that Rojo kill. Last place standing for this spirit team will be our Misa, and Misa is trying to manage out that revival on time, but Xian is also getting closer for the battle. Only SASSY just got knocked in finish, and she was the top fragger for the lobby by this time, but she got exited. So his SASSY will be the last place standing. Oh no, I was wrong. So his SASSY will be the very top fragger. Kaz Lily also got knocked out at this place. Yes guys, last 3 minutes standing for the spirit team, whereas the revival has been already started, and I'm expecting they will do it quicker than I just expected. I didn't see any of the enemies coming from behind, so they are safe by this time. The revival has been already started, but no, another one player so-called BLIZ just got knocked out at that certain sniper tower, and they have to just go there for the revival as soon as possible. For the team HORAA Esports, they are doing fine, as the very first kill has been picked out by the player so-called player for HORAA. Yes, SSQ BLIZ just got finished out by another one player by the team Val itself. Yes, I was right for this team. One of the player already got exited at the first stage, but rather than her, three of the players are just coordinatingly cooperating for a good game. SSQ UG just got knocked out by our team HORAA Esports, trying for the constant shots but couldn't able to manage out that finish since she has already got into the cover in the river already. Okay, the healing of job has been already started by this very time. Painkiller Hadi. Okay guys, just trying for the fight, I guess. Fight school exam paryo. She's facing some sort of shots over here. Also, our teams my game converted. We have been converted into top 10s, and C and Sweetie just got knocked, and that will make a finish at that place. 28 players in 10 teams were over here. Hello, Bono. Okay guys, another one player for the team has got knocked out in this place, and that makes a finish. KATZEYE just got finished from the lobby. The very loss for the team, as we need to talk about that not later on, but by now. SSSQ C1 Melody also got knocked out at that place, and that will be the very finish, I guess. Last place standing will be our Kulan. Three of the player already got exited, whereas the Melody, the very top fragger for the team, she also got exited from the lobby. Last place standing with one kill, one and only kill. For the team SASSY, we got a top fragger for this spirit team. That was our player. So is SASSY busy. Priya just got knocked out at the upside area. Kulan is over here. Three of the player already got knocked in finish. So last place standing, Kulan just bandaging. That will be the very first loss in terms of player. And another one player that got knocked at this stage was our player, none other than MAEBAAN. MAEBAAN got knocked out. Last room standing is over here. Rain is over here, and she's just trying to go for the shots, and she goes for the shots but couldn't able to deal any of the fine or fruitful damages again that player. Kaz Lily also got knocked out in this very place. And then after that player 1, 2, 4 1, 3, 4 उनीहरूले 3 किल्स निकालिसकेका छन् होराको टिम्सले। भनौँ भालको टिम यो साइडमा हुनुहुन्छ जहाँ बगी इज बिङ अ कभर एट द्याट स्पेस, एन्ड द्याट इज सेफ इनफ बट नट सेफ रियली, किनभने होराको प्लेयर्सहरूको लागि एउटा क्लियर कट एङ्गलै भनिदिन्छ त्यहाँ सर्ट्सको लागि जानलाई। बट भालको टिमलाई एउटा प्रेसराइज सिचुएसन यही रहेको छ कि होराको टिम्सहरूले ब्याक स्टाफ जित्दैछन्। जुन पनि होरालाई यदि चाहिन्छ भने पहिला यो एरिया क्लियर गर्नु पर्यो भालको लागि भनेर नोमिनलाई नक्ड आउट एन्ड ट्राइङ फर द फिनिस। यतापट्टिबाट ग्रेनेडको बर्सात पनि हुँदैछ, गोइङ फर द कन्टिन्युअस सर्ट्स आई गेस मात्र होइन कि त्यही भइरहेको छ अवस्था इन दिस भेरी प्रेजेन्ट सिचुएसन। एन्ड 5 किल्स निकालिसकेको छ भालको लागि, लिलोको लागि दिन पाइन्छ। भालको विस्टम जस्ट गट नक्ड आउट एट दिस प्रिटी प्लेस, एन्ड आई गेस लास्ट प्लेस स्ट्यान्डिङ विल बी आवर RYU G. She just managed out full healed up in this very present scenario, and she have had managed out 4 frags solely for her team. For the team EA, they have got into the very fights but managed out and clear out the team so-called Bhal from the lobby. Last 6 teams were over here. अन्तिम 6 वटा टिम्सको बिचमा हुँदैछ यो घमासान युद्ध। देन फर द टिम EA एज वेल लुटपाटवाला अवस्था चल्दैछ। स्मोक रहेको छ हातमा, चट्ट लाएर स्मोकहरू बोकेर जस्ट ट्राइङ टु मेक इट आउट अ सर्टेन कभर टु गो इनसाइड द जोन। दे गट नो जोन in this very present scenario. They have to go for it. They have just running in open run गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ प्लेयर होरा स्पोर्ट्सको लागि। एकदमै राम्रो गेम जाँदैछ, 6 किल्स अलरेडी निकालिसकेका छन्। त्यहाँ अगाडिपट्टि अझै एउटा नक रहेको छ अनि द्याट मेक अ फिनिस, बट नो प्लेयर 4 होरा अल्सो गट नक्ड आउट एट दिस स्पेस, एन्ड लास्ट रोम स्टार्टिङ फर दिस भेरी टिम 7 किल्स त निकालिसकेका छन्। यो टिम्सको लागि रिभाइभल दिनु वुलन बी द्याट हार्ड, बट EA को टिमको तर्फबाट बाँच्न पर्यो। स्मोक बाट मात्रै पनि बाँच्न मिल्ने अवस्था छ। लास्ट 4 टिम्स आर कम्पिटिङ फर द ब्याटल अफ चिकन डिनर। कसले निकाल्छ त Going with that constant shots. Player 1, HORAA is completely at open without any of the vehicles. She have to move on with the help of only one thing, that is smoke and her strong will. For the Spirit team, Aris Spidey is over here. She was the very last player for the team. As we could see that number advantage is for the team HORAA. They are at here with certainly 7 kills, which is really good to see that. And for the team EA as well, they also got 7 kills, but Domain in terms of number, that is some sort of back out things for them to have had. Ari Spidey is over here. She's just laying behind that certain vehicle, but she finally decided to get into the very zone where she got into the very zone at that stage. But for the team EA, another one knock has been made out by the team, but SUPERX is still alive and she will, yes, she's unstoppable. She got 7 kills by herself, but at the last, EA got exited from the lobby. And yes, by this very time, HORAA Esports-ले चिकन निकाल्न लागिसकेको छ. HORAA Esports-को केटाहरूले PMSL-मा राम्रो गर्न नसके तापनि गर्ल्स लाइनअप इज डुइङ रियली ग्रेट. यो पहिलो गेम खाली फ्याँकिदिइसक्नु भएको छ आफ्नो साइडमा. रियली कङ्ग्रेचुलेसन फर द टिम्स. एन्ड बाई दिस भेरी टाइम दे हेभ गट 4 दुना 8 kills. Yes, that was really great. आरईको टिम 0 किल्सको साथमा भए पनि ह्यासट्याग 2 मा आउनु भएको छ, विच मिन्स उनीहरूले कति पोइन्ट्स निकाल्नु भएको छ भन्दा तपाईँको 6 पोइन्ट्स, त्यही पनि प्लेसमेन्ट पोइन्ट मात्रै. HORAA स्पोर्ट्स एकदमै राम्रो खेल्दै 4 दुना 8 किल्स भयो. 8 मा 10 भनेको तपाईँको प्लेसमेन्ट पोइन्ट अथवा चिकन पोइन्ट्स हुन्छ, त्यसले उनीहरूको टोटल पोइन्ट्स बनाइदिएको छ 18. अनि पहिलो गेम सकिएको छ. आई होप यु गाइज इन्जोय अ लट एज लाइक आई डु. एन्ड वी हेभ टु गो फर द अनदर 1 म्याच. आई गेस रुम बनिसकेर रहेनछ, केही क्षणिक समयभरमा बन्नेवाला छ. सो स्टे ट्युन, लाइक र सब्सक्राइब गर्दै गर्नु होला. विल बी राइट ब्याक आफ्टर अ ब्रेक. एउटा दोस्तले भन्दै थियो डु नट डिस्टर्ब अन गर भनेर मम्मीको कललाई डु नट डिस्टर्बले रोक्न सक्दैन यार दोस्त यार गाह्रो छ नि गाह्रो छ साथी गाह्रो छ सिक्रेट प्लेयर्स हो भन्दै हुनुहुन्छ मिस्टरियोले सिक्रेट प्लेयर हो तर एउटा जेनी देखेको अरे आई गेस त्यहाँमध्येको खै मैले कहिले स्ट्रिम हेर्दाखेरि एउटा त मलिकको गर्लफ्रेन्ड हो भन्ने सुनेको थिएँ है हो कि होइन आई डोन्ट नो बट अफिसियल सोर्स बिना सिक्युरिटी दिन अलिक गाह्रो हुन्छ है तर या हामी जस्ट सोच्न दिमागमा रोमिङ गर्न एज लाइक अ ओल्ड क्लास फ्यान भनौँ न त्यसै सोच्न पाइन्छ हामी आफ्नो पर्सेप्सन दिन आफ्नो एक्सपेक्टेसन दिन आफ्नो थिङ्किङ दिन कुन होला के होला कसरी होला भनेर भन्न पाइन्छ ओके दिस इज द भेरी सेकेन्ड गेम as we started with 16 teams. The very last game we have started with 14 teams, I guess, and with something 50 and some sort of like that players को साथ में start हुआ but by now this is more than that. By this time we have 62 players and 16 teams. The very first game has been picked out by the team none other than team HORAA Esports with the 3 men, as one of the players for that certain team has been or was absent in the last game, but they did it and left no clues. As by now to be एउटा राम्रो गेम देखाएका थिए 3टा प्लेयर मध्ये कुनै पनि प्लेयर एक्जिट नलिकन निकाल्नु भनेको द्याट वाज ग्रेट प्लस एउटा प्लेयर डिसएडभान्टेजको साथमा त्यो हिसाबको गेम वाज रियली इम्प्रेसिभ 8 किल्स निकालेको बट टिम सेसीको लागि I have to just appreciate one player, team SASSY. That was our Soy Sassy. She got solo 7 kills. Sorry यार वात्तै रुगा लागिन्छ हौ बेला बेला सो लेट्स जस्ट लुक आफ्टर द्याट सो SASSY हुनुहुन्छ फर दिस पिरियड टिम फर द प्लेयर्स फर दिस पिरियड टिम द भेरी वानली फ्र्यागर अथवा सोल कन्ट्रिब्युटर पनि भन्न मिल्छ इन टर्म्स अफ फ्र्याक्स or whatever it may be as a last player पनि she was the one to be left at the last but she also got that certain 7 kills contributed. सबै टिम्स एउटा नयाँ च्याम्पियन टिम्स पाए भने द्याट विल बी ग्रेट बट मोर ओभर टु बी एउटा कन्सिस्टेन्सी ब्रेकआउट नगरिकन एउटै टिमले 4वटा चिकन खायो भने पनि आई विल बी ह्याप्पी किनभने कास्टर भनिसकेपछि एउटा उस हुनुपर्छ के भन्छ न्युट्रल हुनुपर्छ जस्ट लुकिङ आफ्टर इट्स एन्ड एभ्री टिम्स इक्वल्ली कि कसैलाई कहाँ कसैलाई पाखा एन्ड काइन्ड अफ स्टफ गर्न मिल्दैन बट इएको टिम ब्याबलिङले नकड आउट पार्नुहुनेवाला छ प्लेयर 0 होरालाई च्याम्पियन टिमको भनौँ न इन दिस केस प्लेयर 0 हो र नकड आउट रहनु भएको कुरा एसबान टु पहिलो क्याजुअली बन्न सक्छ ESL योङकोले पनि फाइटमा इनिसिएट गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ यतापट्टिबाट प्लेयर दुईटा नकड आउट रहनु हुनेवाला छ एसबान टु बी ASL कता फाइट लेख्दैछ त ओभरअल्ली भन्दा पनि ग्राउन्ड रुट लेभलमा 4वटा टिम स्ट्राइक गरेको छ एरियामा जहाँमध्ये इएको 2टा प्लेयर नकड आउट होराको त प्लेयर फिनिस हुनु भएको छैन एज द रिभाइभल हेज बिन अलरेडी बिगिन्स वन अफ द प्लेयर फर द टिम नम्बर 18 जस्ट गट नकड आउट नट one but 2 of the players but 4M is just going closer to manage out that one finish I guess but moreover the revival has been already done but next player also got knocked out at the place as we talk about that and there will be the availability of the very last player for the team none other than EA babbling will be the last player standing she is just trying to go against the Missa have had gone for that certain shots Abhinav Aryal ASL notes are के हो ASL notes the fan हो कि कसो हो के हो किन हो यस्तो आगो लगाइदिएको बिचरा नोर्सालाई अब मली हानिदिन्छ अरे कसले तिमीले त्यो आगो लगाएको देखेर ओके फर द टिम RYU 4 minutes स्ट्यान्डिङ ओभर हियर फर द टिम प्ले होरा स्पोर्ट्सको एउटा प्लेयर नक थिए बट त्यो नकलाई उठाएर पनि स्ट्रङली फाइट आउट गर्ने क्रममा एउटा प्लेयरलाई नक आउट पारिन्छ बट उनीहरूको एगेन्स्टमा नै सर्ट्स आइरहेको छ सेलिनलाई जस्ट म्यानेज आउट द्याट वान फिनिस एन्ड द भेरी फर्स्ट किल फर द टिम्स बट या नक आउट रहेको प्लेयरलाई बचाइसकेपछि द्याट विल बी द भेरी फाइन थिङ FOM को लागि Victoria GS is at on that top side area. FOM को लागि Misa GS रहनुहुन्छ RYU AB is at on that space. FOM Maria, FOM Elysius and this will be the very thing. RYU को AB पनि हुनुहुन्छ Victoria at on the top side area मा बस्दै हुनुहुन्छ as plan out to be upper ground बाट थोरै एडभान्टेज लिएर आफ्नो साथी भाइहरूलाई केही सहयोगी हातहरू उहाँले दिन चाहनुहुन्छ as we could see that in this current momentum. ठिक छ साथीहरू RYU को हालत के छ त भन्दा RYU 3 वुमेन स्ट्यान्डिङ ESL को टिम अघि नैदेखि लडिरहेका छन् बट यतापट्टि हाइलाइटमा आइरहेका थिएनन् अथवा हाम्रो लाइमलाइट अथवा हाम्रो भ्यूमा आइरहेका थिएनन् बट वी आर फाइनली ओभर हियर फर द टिम C and one of the player has been got killed or executed from the lobby by the team ASL. But yeah, Kulan is just trying to manage out a sweet and simple revenge. By this time, one of the players just got knocked out, and I think Kulan is going for the finish. Kuli C able to make it out? Yes, why not? As for the team C, and two of the player are knocked, whereas one of the player already got knocked and finished by the spirit team, and the revival has been already executed. Kulan is managing the revival to one of the players who called Sweetie. And Zuka is getting ready with the grenade, but haven't had gone with that. For the team 4 and player are getting knocked out. And Sweetie will be the duo standing by this very time, trying to go for the constant shots. One of the player got knocked and finished at this time. Boila got knocked out over here, and I don't think there will be any pushable options to manage out that revival. किनभने यो हिसाबले उनले क्लचै गरे तापनि भनौँ न, the revival is really hard to make it out. If she does clutch पनि grenade ready हुँदैछ, just being ready. She have to just forget about that knock one player, otherwise she will get some sort of panic in the situation. ग्रेनेड तयार पारिँदैछ, जानुपर्ने थियो, बट एएसएल को टिम पनि त्यति कन्फिडेन्ट भइसकेको छैन। एज एउटा प्लेयर लुज गरिसकेको अवस्थाले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ दे डन्ट वान लुज एनदर वान प्लेयर, बट उनीहरूलाई थाहा थिएन कि त्यो एउटा मात्र प्लेयर रिभाइभल भएको, दुईवटा होइन भनेर, नत्र भए उनीहरू डाइरेक्टली चढ्थ्यो होला। बट अब चाहिँ दे डु हेभ ह्याड द भेरी प्रोपर आइडिया। ग्रेनेडको साथमा रेडी रहिरहेकी छिन् खुलान। लेट्स गो। नोर्सा बिना कुनै फ्र्याकको भने दियाले 2 किल दिइदिया आफ्नो टिमको, अथवा आफ्नो टिमलाई 2 किल दिइसकेको छन् उनले। जोगा रहनुहुन्छ यहाँनिर फोएम लाइस पनि प्लेयर 4 र होरा स्पोर्ट्स कट इन्टु द एक्सन। परेडकै किल 3टा प्लेयरले, एउटा प्लेयर हुनुहुन्छ बिना कुनै फ्र्याकको, बट उहाँले पनि निकाल्नुहुन्छ प्लेयर 0 होरा न्यू एडिसन फर द टिम अघिल्लो गेमको लेखि, किनभने 3टा प्लेयर थिए, प्लेयर 3, प्लेयर 1, प्लेयर 4 त पहिल्यै थिए, अनि यो गेममा जोइन भएको प्लेयर 0 हो, जुन जोइन हुनु साथमा अथवा एट द फर्स्ट स्टेजमा नक हुनुभएको थियो, बट साथीभाइले बचाइसकेपछि अब सी हेज गट इन्टु द ब्याक अन द लाइन। भनौँ न, मरिस रहनुहुन्छ, मरिस हो के हो, मारिया र मिसा रहेका रहेछन्। मरिस त कहाँ नेपाली नाम हो भन्छ, उनीहरू बाहिरकै टिम छन्। एज प्लेयर 4 होराको गेम्समा ग्रेनेड फाल्ने कोसिस, त्यसको ग्रेनेड बट त्यसले के हिसाबको फाइन ड्यामेजेस पनि डिल आउट गर्न सफल रहेन, अथवा फ्रुटफुल ड्यामेज भनौँ, in a simple and cozy way. The player for Hora is just getting ready, trying to go for the shots, but Kulan able to manage it out. And Kulan live finish karera. ASL has managed out this fight on their side. One of the player got knocked out, whereas one of the player got finished out. But the revival need to be done on time. The revival has been already started, and zone isn't that hard for them to make it out. But only one thing that is not good for this team is that they have lose one of the players, which was our player none other than Yoko. एउटा प्लेयर लुज गर्नु भएको हुनाले गर्दा थोरै एउटा कमी भनौँ न, 4वटा प्लेयर जस्तो हुँदैन लुज गरेपछि। अब we definitely have had to go over here. One of the player already got knocked out at this space, and then after that the Maria जाँदै हुनुहुन्छ क्लोज को लागि, that makes a finish. अर्को प्लेयरको अगेन्स्टमा शॉट्स, okay, that will be another one knock. Player 0 Hora also got knocked and finished. Sockles nikale. Last one standing for the team Hora Esports. एकछिन है त ग्राफिक्स आफै चेन्ज हुँदो रहेछ कि यार, हामीलाई किन धेरैको लो भयो। बिजी रेन also got finished out over here for this spirit team. Last 3 players standing, not one. किनभने एक्जिट लिएको प्लेयर्स भनेको त only one player, that is our player none other than Rain. But SASSY is getting into the action, अथवा गटिङ भन्दैन गेटिङ भन्छ, बट या डिआरएस जिकु दिदी नक्ड आउट रहनुहुनेवाला छ जी who is just got knocked out, and that makes a complete finish. Last one standing for this very certain team, whereas we are looking after the player so called Pia, and she is going on the vehicle which is our buggy with our mimic. Yeah, see her teammates or they have to got into the zone as soon as possible. Not only zone but a safe side, since it is really hard to fight in open with 2 standing, since 2 of the player already got knocked and finished. एसबान एउटा घर हो भने पनि एउटा घरको दुईवटा जग निस्किसकेपछि त भनौँ न जुन टिम हुन्छ त्यो एउटा धिरमिर सिताला भइसकेको हुन्छ कि त्यही भएर अब उनीहरू दुईवटा छन् अहिलेसम्मको अवस्थामा दे हाभन्ट गट एनी अफ द पोइन्ट्स सो द्याट एउटा सेफ साइडमा रहेर खेल्नुपर्छ इन कन्टेक्स्ट अफ गेटिङ सम सर्ट अफ पोइन्ट्स भनौँ न अब प्लेसमेन्टको लागि भनेर पनि काम गर्नु पऱ्यो किनभने तपाईँको किल्स पोइन्ट भनेको स्योरिटी हुन सक्दैन बट तपाईँ सर्भाइभ गरेर 8भित्र आउनु भयो भने त तपाईँको स्योरिटी भइहाल्यो त्यो पनि डिफ्रेन्ट केसेसमा डिफ्रेन्ट कुरा हुन्छ के होइन साबुन ओके यतापट्टिबाट भिजीको लागि भनेर पिया हुनुहुन्छ just calling out bro ओके भिजीको लागि भनेर यहाँनिर रहनु हुनेवाला छ प्लेयर एट दिस करेन्ट स्टेज अगाडि कुद्ने क्रम चालु रहँदैछ यो टिम्सको निम्ति भनेर हाउ दे गोना बी म्यानेजिङ आउट द भेरी ब्याटल त्यो पनि हेर्दै जानुपर्छ माथि चढ्ने सन्दर्भ यो टिम्सको लागि चलिरहेको अवस्थाको विषय रहन सक्छ अगाडि कुदिरहेका छन् कहाँसम्म पुग्ने कुरा हो त दे बेटर नो द्याट 130 सेकेन्ड लेफ्ट इन दिस भेरी प्रेजेन्ट सिचुएटिभ कन्सर्न टु लुक आफ्टर इट अनि अगाडि कुद्दै जानुभएको छ अनि वान अफ द प्लेयर्स को मेमिक जस्ट गट नक्ड आउट एन्ड पिया विल बी द लास्ट स्ट्यान्डिङ एन्ड देन आफ्टर द्याट मात्र रहेको छ यार आई एम जस्ट डुइङ वर्क यार यो डु नट डिस्टर्बको त कामै हुन्न क्या यार Okay guys, 3 of the player already got exited in this very present situation concern to look after that. Okay guys, यतापट्टिबाट हाम्रो काजको लिली पनि नकआउट रहनु हुनेवाला छ एन्ड द्याट मेक्स अ फिनिस एट द्याट प्लेस डिआरएस छ र डिस्क्रिप्सनमा त छैन डिआरएस छैन बट एउटा ऱ्यान्डम ट्याग खेल्नु भयो होला ओके यतापट्टिबाट आर्यको टिमको लागि 3 अफ द प्लेयर्स जहाँबाट 2 किल निकाल्नु भएको छ अनाक्वीले बट डिस्पाइट ही वाज द भेरी लास्ट प्लेयर स्ट्यान्डिङ फर द टिम इन द भेरी लास्ट गेम एज सी वाज द ओन्ली वान टु क्यारी हर टिम इन्टु द #2 6 पोइन्ट्सको श्रेय उनलाई दिँदा पनि फरक नपर्ला प्लेयर 1 होरा रहनुहुन्छ यो पोइन्ट अफ टाइममा दुईवटा प्लेयर स्ट्यान्डिङ 1 र 3 किनभने दुईवटा प्लेयर नकडाउन फिनिस भइसकेका छन् अहिले गेमको कुरा गर्ने हो भने 3 मेनकै साथमा डोमिनेसन देखाएर उनीहरू चिकनसम्म पुर्याउन सफल रहने टिम छ बट अहिलेलाई के होला त के डिफ्रेन्ट हुन्छ कि सेम हुन्छ अथवा वाट एभर इट मे बी ह्यापनिङ गना बी ह्यापन त्यो सबै कुरा हामीले एकै सरह हेर्दै जाने कोसिसमा लाग्नेवाला छौँ सो द्याट विल बी द भेरी थिङ साथीहरू लेट्स जस्ट गेट मुभ इन भेहिकल एप्रोचको साथमा अगाडि बढ्ने क्रममा लाग्दै हुनुहुन्छ टिम होरा स्पोर्ट्सको त्यो डिआरएसवाला प्लेयर कुनमा खेल्दैछन् हेरौँ है त ए रहेछ त डिआरएस त रहेछ डिआरएस मैचा डिआरएस जेकु दादा एन्ड जिवाइपी एसवाई अघिल्लो गेममा थिएनन् बट यो गेममा जोइन गराइरहेछन् एज अ डोन्ट नो अबाउट द्याट बट दे आर ओभर हियर मात्र रहेको छ अब 20 सेकेन्डको टाइम पिरियड एन्ड वी आर गोइङ फर द द स्टेज अफ द जोन द्याट विल बी आवर स्टेज थर्ड बाई नाउ टु बी ओन्ली 16 सेकेन्ड लेफ्ट इन दिस भेरी प्रेजेन्ट सिचुएटिभ कन्सर्न टु लुक आफ्टर द्याट रहेको छ साथीहरू कुरा ओके गाइज होरा स्पोर्ट्स 2 मिनट स्टार्टिङ अहिले गेमको च्याम्पियन टिम जोन 15 आइसकेको छ जोनले सबभन्दा राम्रो फेभर आउट गरेको भनेको डिआरएस मैचालाई हो बट डिआरएसको टिमको लागि दुईवटा प्लेयर अलरेडी गट नक टेन्फिनेस एउटा प्लेयर एब्सेन्ट नै रहेका थियो टिम्सको लागि त्यही भएर अन्तिम प्लेयर स्ट्यान्डिङ सो द्याट धेरै सोच्नु पनि अलिक गाह्रै पर्छ होला डिआरएस मैचा इज ओभर हियर for the team Cats. 2 minutes standing. 2 of the player already got exited from the lobby as they were the contributor in terms of frag. They got 2 frag by this very time. Only they were the contributor in terms of frag, whereas our knob and use is here without any of the frag points. त्यही छ कुरा साथीहरू BLIZ को लागि last play standing. That will be our PR. 3 of the player already got knocked in. Finish. This goes a spray against one of the player for the team BA. If I'm not wrong, yes, I was right at this momentum. Haber has to go for the shots. That grenade is just pinned against her, not him. PI will be the very last place standing, trying to go with that molly, but that couldn't able to deal any of the fruitful damages since this hasn't got in the connection of enemy player. This will be the very first shot and this will be the very last one, and manage that finish on time as VZ got exited for the team BAL. They have got 2 frags where 2 of the player here Mew and 𝐒𝐋𝐎 contributed that certain 1 and 1 frag by their side. 2 of the players are here without any of the frag points, but I do expect उनीहरू पनि अब केही क्षणिक समयभरमा अब अगाडि बढ्दै जाने क्रममा निकाल्न सक्छन् जस्तो लागिरहेको छ. बट या होरा स्पोर्ट्स अघिल्लो गेममा 18 पोइन्टर म्याच निकालेको यो सर्टेन टिम अहिलेको अवस्थामा के छ भन्दा चाहिँ 3 किल्स निकालेको छ, 2टा प्लेयर लुज गरेको छ, डोमिनेट स्ट्यान्डिङ डोमिनेसनको लागि काम गर्नुपर्ने कुरा रहेको छ. जोन त उनीहरूसँग छ, बट मोर ओभर गेम कस्तो हुन्छ, के हुन्छ, कसरी हुन्छ, के कारणले हुन्छ, त्यो सबै कुरा हेरिनेवाला छ. ASL Sports, one of the player for the team has been already got exited from the lobby, but another one player also got knocked out over here. But the revival, yes, for sure to be the revival has been already started for the team. SSSQ players are also getting knocked out at this space, whereas the very first player got knocked out. The revival need to be done on time. Haber has to get closer for the team RYU. Gemuse just got knocked out. Where over here. At this very current stage, RYU IG will be the very last place standing. They are trying to go against the team BAL, and this was a very bad ditch they are just doing out for the team RYU. In the very last game, they got exited with 1 point as a frag point, but by now, I'm not seeing any of the clues to get 1 point for them to have at. 1 points पाउनको लागि के हुनुपर्छ, either they need to get into the #8 in terms of getting certain placement point or have a certain kill. And in this very scenario, as where RYU IC the Leon, it is really hard to get that single point in this case, but she is trying to get out of this area as soon as possible. Mizu is trying to go for the shots, and this will be the shots, but couldn't able to sustain a fine damage against her. I guess she will be safe and sound. She need to get into the very zone. As I have talked about the zone, this is a very stage start, and we are going for the another stage of the zone. That will be stage 4 in terms of 2 chicken, 1 and 2, and this will be 16. Let's see where does the zone 16 relay on, and that goes to the area of not San but Martin. San Martin को पनि मार्टिनलाई मात्रै जोन दिएको छ अहिलेलाई. As man would be Foyam ko lagi one of the player has got knocked out, and the revival has been already started for this spirit team. 2 of the player got exited in this very current stage. So last 2 minutes standing, they have to manage out domination in this second game. The RYU Sakura loading the shot in gun. Haber has to get up in this spirit presence spirit concern for the team VAL. They have got 3 frags where 2 of the frag has been contributed by our solo player. That will be our 𝐒𝐋𝐎. Another 1 frag by our Mizu, whereas Nominty and Wisdom is here without any of the frag points. And I'm also seeing ONYX sports player in this screen as they're outside the zone. They also have had to got into the very zone, as I'm giving certain importance to the teams as they were the champion team for the very first match, and I just wanna know what will gonna be happening in this very match. They have already managed out 3 frags where 2 of the player has already got exited from the lobby. Going एउटा सेन्ट्रल एरियाबाट मुभिङ गरिरहेका छन्. माथिपट्टिबाट एउटा टिमले हान्न सक्छ अर्कोबाट अर्कोले, तर हानेनन् कसैले, किन त सामर्थ्य राखेनन् भन्दा स्पोर्टै गरेका थिएनन्. स्पोर्ट गरेको भए पक्कै पनि देयर विल बी चान्स अथवा हाई चान्स टु म्यानेज द्याट सर्टेन सर्ट्स, किनभने सर्ट्स दिन पनि दिएनन् भनौँ न. सर्ट्स पनि नदिइसकेपछि त त्यो रहन्छ कुरा. बिस्तारै अगाडि बढ्ने क्रम लाग्दैछ फर दिस भेरी टिम BAL Wisdom. Yeah, for this spirit team they have already got that certain kills, which is 3 in number, so that will be greatly fine. In this very spirit concern, 35 players and 12 teams are over here. In this very spirit concern, they are just trying to manage out that heal up. And for the team Ari, I know we will be the very solo fragger to contribute kills for her teams, which is 3 in number. That was fine. I guess she will be the #2 fragger for the lobby. Valko लागि Wisdom also got knocked out at that place, and I just see that Mumin will be the very player standing over here with no M10. For the team SASSY, they are just coming closer and they are also trying to manage out that certain zone on their sides. Zone has already been arrived over here, and we are going for the another stage of the zone, which will be at stage 5. And we just know that stage 5 deal out a very bad damages to the player being outside the zone. It will be really hard to get into the very zone at this very point. For the team Val, it is hard and trying to go for the shots, and 4am just got exited from the lobby, and Val will be their murderers अथवा उनीहरूलाई एक्जिट गराउने टिम्स बनेका छन् Val and RYU IC got outside outside the zone finish हुनुभएको छ उहाँ. Sorry for that. For the team SASSY as well, this time but have had किन हो फोन को हत्तेरिका. Okay guys, for the team BAM SASSY, 4 minutes standing, 29 को overall player. दसवटा टिम्स मा हाम्रो गेम कन्भर्सन भइसकेको छ. Only 59 seconds left in this very present situation. Concern to look after it. BAM SASSY यहीँ रहनुहुन्छ. 2 किल्स त यो टिम्सले अलरेडी निकालिसकेको छ. Constant shots सुरु आइरहेको छ उनीको गेम्समा. Only 38 seconds left for the end of the stage of the zone. Let's get closer to the zone. अगाडि कुदी जाने अवस्थाको विषय बन्दैछ. For the team SASSY, for the team RE as well, they are #2 in the very first game, but by this time they have got into #10. But let's see where does the destiny rely them. उनीहरूलाई कहाँ लान्छ आफ्नो डेस्टिनीले, त्यो पनि एउटा हेर्दै जानुपर्ने कुरा रहेको छ. तर डाउन अन साइड्स एएसएलको टिमले हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ. कसको एगेन्स्टमा भन्दा जेएसको टिमको एगेन्स्टमा. Not only looking after, but they are also going for the shots. Some sort of shots has been given against them for the team Val as well. Last play standing, 3 of the player already got knocked in finish, going straight to the zone as the last play standing is hard. Yes, we must have to say that. By this very time, they are just just trying to make out a certain cover out of that smoke. A vision blur situation is being created in this very present scenario. Nufi is over here with our QME, please, trying to go for the constant shot. That makes a fine socks. And Mufier also got exited from the lobby. And last standing for the team SASSY will be only SASSY, and C also got exited outside the zone. And then after that, they got exited at #8. By this time, right, the TikTok guys over Esports live and exit गराएको छ by the team. And यतापट्टि ग्रेनेडको साथमा रेडी हुँदै हुनुहुन्छ. को भनेर सोच्नुहुन्छ भने I have to tell you that slot number 4 को one of the player that will be our Valko Nomonti. Heal up गर्नको लागि they are just using that certain first and have had already done that healing up job in this present situation concern. For the team KSC as well, one of the players local Genie just got knocked out. Smoke fell, making out a certain cover to just get into किनभने यो एक्ज्याक्ट जोन बनिसकेको छैन. स्मोक फाल्दै हुनुहुन्छ एट अन दिस भेरी करेन्ट स्टेज टु लुक आफ्टर इट एन्ड टक अबाउट. त्यही रहेको छ कुरा. केएससीको लागि भनेर रहनुहुनेवाला छ हाम्रो प्लेयर डाइनी. I have to go with that the very grenade, but yeah, Diny herself got exited from the lobby. Only 2 players and 4 teams are available in this current stage. But let's see who will be the champion for this of the very match number 2. Match number 2 को champion को हुनुहुन्छ त हेर्दै जानुपर्छ. जेएसको लागि जेस्मा is over here for the team ASL. We have to talk about that. Hello. ए ल कहाँ है ल. Okay guys, only 3 teams left in this very present situation. 10 players are available at this very space. Only 7 seconds left for the end of the stage of the zone, and they are just trying to get into the very zone. This will be the continuous shot against the team JS, but 4 minutes standing. They have the number advantage at this very current stage, and first kill for the team JS Jesma, and 4 total kills in this situation. आरेको टिम्स फाइटमा इनिसिएट गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ. #2 सम्म आइसक्यो भने चाहिँ एउटा कन्सिस्टेन्सी भन्ने कुरा टिम आरीसँग पक्कै पनि छ. They are trying to go against the team Jayas. Constant shots against them. Only 50-second left in this very present scenario to go further another stage of the zone. By this time, for the team Jayas, Zab is the very player. And no advantage is for the team Jayas in this very present scenario. And we have to talk about the enemy team as they have had 5 kills. बट उनीहरूलाई एउटा प्लेयर 4वटा प्लेयर भएर एउटा प्लेयर फिनिस पाएको एउटा प्लेयरको कमी खल्नेवाला थियो बट या उनीहरू टिन्टेका साथमा थिए टिन्टेका साथमा छन् भन्दै थियो बट एट दिस करेन्ट स्टेज वान अफ द प्लेयर गट नक्ड आउट विथ द्याट सर्टेन ग्रेनेड एन्ड स्पाइडी ओ नो but she's also trying to manage out that healing up job in this very present scenario. She has already converted into dot HP, but the revival has been done. But that grenade, yes, that cruel grenade, again managed that one knock. 2v4 battle, 1v4 battle, and last player also got exited. And we again for the team Ari, they got exited at on hashtag 2 but with kills. By this time they have got 5 kills and 6 point as a placement point. So total they got 11 point for the team Zayas. They have had got that certain 2 4 7 kills, 7 kills and 10 point as a second point, and that makes total 17 points for Maria Gias. Is the very top fragger for the team with 5 elimination. Okay, thank you so much. I will meet you at the very next game. Till then, make sure the like button, subscribe button. We'll be back after a break. The very third game has already been started, and third game was the map of none other than, yes guys, you guys are right, and this is a map of a Rondo map as 15 teams were over here joined aligned. In this case, only 1 minute and 50 seconds left for the another stage of the zone, and we are being absolutely ready to encounter each and every battles that gonna be happening over here soon. त्यो कुरालाई हेर्नुपर्ने कुरा रहेको छ at this current stage or current point. Just getting up in this very present scenario, 60 players and 15 teams were over here. No any fights has been executed at this current stage, but let's see what will gonna be happening right here, right now. And by this very time they are just looking after it to go for the fights for sure to be. That will be the very thing for the team VAL. One of the player already got knocked out, and that will be our player, none other than Yiruka, and she's also facing the finish by the team, none other than team 4M. Have had got the very first kills, and the very first blood is from the team, none other than from the enemy team. What was their name? Team Val. But okay, Val is also successfully doing that certain revenge and kind of thing. As Banner to be one of the player for the team 4M also got knocked in finish, and Val Mizu is just coming closer for the another one finish, but yes, he's trying to just revive out that player in the very first stage, and the very second work or job that need to be done will be our finishing up job for the team ASL as well. Players are getting knocked out for the team Cats. Molly is the very player to got knocked out at on this very current stage. One of the player already got knocked out, but for the team C, and they have to get closer for the battles who proposes. Never gonna be lying that. And okay guys, last 2 minutes standing, we're over here at in this very present situation, and by this very time we are just after. Okay guys, then after that we have to talk about it. The Cats RYU is over here, and already going situations are situationally being such a tough time. Okay guys, ASLDA also got knocked out at this stage, and that is being really bad for them to carry it out. गर्न अलि गाह्रो पर्दैछ, but for the team Val, one of the players is expecting for the revival at this stage, and I just think that they will do it. The revival job has been already started for this very team, and have already managed out for the team EA as well. Players are getting knocked out for the team Cats as well. 2 of the player got knocked out, whereas 1 of the player already got knocked in finish, and last player will be our Cats RYU's. Not RYU's, but As will be the last player standing. 3 of the player RYU, Molly and Lily just got exited from the lobby. Last in the list player will be C. And 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in this present scenario to go for the another stage of the zone, but there is option of recall. I just don't know about it, and they are just trying for the recall. I guess that will be really easy to manage it out, and yes, I was right, and there is recall option as well. That is fun in this context for the team KATZEYE. Everyone is leaving their 2 life. For the team EA, Paishwe is over here at in this very stage, just going straightforwardly ahead. For the team Maris CS just got knocked out, and in this very presence it's very concerned to just look after it. And for the team KATZEYE is the very player to get knocked out at this current stage, which is not so finely suitable in this very current momentum to talk about it. For the team Ari is over here. Cats RYU, I guess she is facing finish at this very current stage. Yes, Lily just got knocked in finish. RYU also got knocked out. Cats, Molly and As will be the very dominant standing, as RYU, Molly and Lily have already used their second life as well, but As has the very life, as you need to talk about that, as a second life. The recall life is left for her. For the team Cian, 4 of the players are over here at in this stage. So they have already grabbed at certain 4 kills in this very current stage. Only 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this very present situation concern. Foya Maria GS is over here, and they are just trying to go for the shots. One of the player for the team Cats RYU also got knocked out. Last place standing, as that like the last in the least situation, As will be the last place standing, going for that 1-in-1. Sequel able to manage out some decent damages, and that Molly also worked out, and one of the player just got knocked out. Melody, somehow she is safe and trying for the revival. Boila also got knocked out with that Molly, and that Molly was really bad, and that was also from their own teammate, that is Sweetie. Sweetie did it wrong at the stage, but never mind. Mistake can be done in such a, that was silly mistake, but yeah, the recoverable mistake was that, so not any issue. As we need to talk about that for the team Val, Mizu77 has managed out 3 frag for her team, and she was the sole contributor by now and for now, but let's see what will gonna be happening next. As I have to talk about that, this is the very third game. For the team HORAA Esports, both the player are available. They are the very champions for the very first game and second game. They have managed out some sort of 5-6 kills or 5 kills in the very second game, but first kill they got chicken in with 8 freaking kills, which means they have got 18 points in the very first match, and second match was roughly 5-pointer, 4-5-pointer only. And the zone has already been converted, and it is really small by now, and this is the one stage 2, and the stage 2 look like this dangerous. As by now to be there is advantages of recall, but zone are coming to it quickly. Let's go for the battle. Jazz is over here. Ari just got knocked in. Finish. Saber has to go for the battle. Okay. By now to be two of the player, both of them are on equal advantages, but TPP taking job was really done by the team Val and managed out that knocked in finish. But yeah, babbling also doing a very fine match. Three of the kill has been contributed by the sole player, whereas two of the player got exited without any of the frag points. And then after that, for the last two, starting Paishui and babbling will be the two starting for the team Val. I guess for the team Val, last place standing will be our Miju. And only of the situation, trying to go for the shots. That makes some sort of low SP, but by this very time, Miju just got knocked in, finished by the team, and the recall job is being done by now. And all of the 4 players are available as it is, and it was the very warning or the danger bell for the babbling. The danger bell has already been tickling for this spirit team. Babbling got knocked out, the player with the highest number of frag for the team. And last place standing for this spirit team will be our EA Paishui. She will be the last in the list player standing, and she was the last hope to recall out that certain 3 players. As I know, they haven't used out their certain recalled life in this very present scenario. In order to recall it out, she just need to be safe and sound, and Haber has to reach out that recall center on time. By this very time, she do have her 2 first aid kits, and she just let the team RE to do their fine rotation without any of the issue. If you give some sort of issue or damages against the team in this very current scenario, the whole team will come up to you, and definitely that situation will be hard and harsh to manage out that certain clause at the time, which lower the chances of the recall. So she take a very wise decision of being calm. Okay, and the recall job has already been started in this very present scenario, and have already done that. She have successfully recalled her other 3 teammates, and there are 4 men standing in this very present scenario. We have had 13 teams and 51 player at this line. In this very present scenario, VG Mimic is over here for the team C, and one of the player already got knocked out. I guess the revival wouldn't be that hard, but that makes a finish at that stage, and I couldn't able to see that coming. I'm really sorry for that, but okay, the recall job had already been done. One of the player are ready, as like she already give out that warning to her teammates, or that certain order her teammates to recall her out, that must be needed in next any of the seconds. It was too risky for her to be there as like that. For the team Cian, they have already managed out 7 frags, whereas 4 of the frag has been contributed by our solo player so-called Kulan, and 1 of the frag has been contributed by our player so-called Melody, then 2 from our Voila. They have already managed out 7 frag for the team. C and Kulan has managed out knock against the player VG. Pia and HORAA have got knocked out at the same time. It is being a really bad and hard situation for this spirit team to have had. C and Melody already got knocked in finish at that space, but 2 of the players are knocked out in the very open area. 1 of the player has been finished out by C and Kulan, and another 1 player just got that cover of that shot in tree to lay behind it. For the team ER, they are just trying to get into the very fight. I guess VZ Rain is over here and trying to player got knocked out. That will be the very first casualty, or like what? I guess likewise that was the true fact that we must need to considerably talk about. That Cian Kulan already got knocked in finish by the spirit team. Kulan is the very only player that managed out or that contributed certain 6 kills for her team. In total, they have had grabbed 9 frags. VZ Rain also got knocked out in the very central position for the team JS. They have had already grabbed out 4 kills for the team, whereas 2 of the frag has been contributed by our player, none other than Zab. But Jeep and Zip have had managed out parade 1-1 kills. And then after that, we have to talk about another 1 player, that is our Jisma. She couldn't able to grab any of the frag points yet. by this very time. The very only good thing that I'm just looking after it for this very team is that they are in formally standing. Beside of that, they got 4 kills as they are confident by managing out that one clutch. That one is squad clutch. Definitely give them some sort of confidence to just get move on into the very fights, to get engaged in any of the hardest battle. That is the very thing for the team SSSQ. Both the players are standing as it is. For this very team, they haven't got any of the frag points yet. And only 2 seconds left in this very present scenario, and we are going for the another stage of the zone. That will be our stage 4, and that has already been converted. We have 50 players and 13 teams in this stage. The zones look so smaller, the lobby looks so crowdy, and this is being toughly, very tough at this momentum. Yes, we Swan also got exited at that corner space for the team ER as well. There is the team ER. They have already managed out 2 frag. For a 1-1 kill by Sophie and Baby Wom. Whereas our players so-called Mofar and QME BLIZ is here without any of the frag points. By this very time, she and her team need to be get ready at this very position. And she and Boila was over there. Only 44 seconds left in this very present scenario, and we have to go for the another stage of the zone. That will be our stage 5, and trying for the zone. Team Cian, they are just looking after the team ER. They are trying to make out some sort of difficulties. They are trying to create some sort of difficulties against that team. For the team BZ, last place standing will be our Rain. They have only got off frag, and that has been contributed by the player so-called Huri, but she got exited with her 2 different teammates. That will be our Mimic and Pia. Last place standing will be our not Rhea but Rain. For the team ASL, ABRUPT Slayers, one of the player Notes just got knocked out, whereas one of the players Sukaljuka already got exited at the first stage or initial phase. For the team Val, Noman T is at on that dot as P, trying to make out a smoke cover at this space, and that is when then that this will be really hard for them to make it out. Sassy is also getting closer in this very present scenario. For the team Bal, there is only solo player standing at that space, but after that other players are just getting closer and coming closer for the battlefield purposes, as we could just look after it and talk about it in this very current stage. Healing up job has already been done for the team ASL. The revival job has been already started. 4 players standing in this very present scenario, as they could able to manage out that shot and recover time. One of the players just got pushed over here. Yogo is at a very low HP. Team Bal manage out knock for the Yoko as well, and that will be finished. Last one is standing we are Dia and Joka. Dia also got finished and Joka also got finished from the lobby. And for the team ASL, they got exited on #4. For the team HORAA as well, players are getting knocked out. One of the player 4 already got knocked and finished. Player 0 HORAA also got knocked out at the space, and that got finished as well. Last one is standing player 3 HORAA, and last player standing, that will be our player 1 HORAA, got burned at that molly because of that short and cruel molly. Last 8 team left in this very present scenario, as they got into the very arcade. They could able to manage out or get that shot in placement point. 1 point as a placement point, as we need to talk about that not later on, but by now 𝐒𝐋𝐎�. And for the team, 26 players and 8 teams are available in this very present scenario. For the team JS, Jeeb is over here, while Yuka is at this space. For this very team, both the players are standing as like it is. They have already managed out 14 frag, whereas 7 frag has been contributed by the solo player No Mountain. And she have already managed out 8 kills for the teams, and for this very team overall kill will be our 15 kill, and they are being unstoppable, and I think they will be the very champion for this very match as well, as we could see the very clean path for them to have at this beautiful chicken on the line. And that is the very thing to just look after it. We could able to talk it out. Player 0 HORAA. And for the team on SASSY is over here. 4 kills has been already picked out by this team, so SASSY has managed out 3 kills. Bam SASSY has converted another 1 kill for them to have had such. And just holding up the scenario, Team RE is just performing a very fine and consistent game on the line. They have already managed out 8 frags by this period of time. In the last 2 games they got exited at on #2, but by now last room standing, 2 of the player already got knocked in finish. Have already managed out 8 frags, and this will be 1-1, but sad despite he just got knocked out, and that makes a finish by now. Last place standing will be our fine seed Cabby, and she is also trying for the healing up job for the team SSSQ. For players standing in this very present situation, they have already managed out with a shot against that player and have already converted her into a .LP. At last, she also got knocked out. And in this very present situation concern, J will be the very last player standing to just talk about it. To talk about that, not yet on by now. There is also consistent shots by this very present scenario. They have already managed out 7 frag. And the revival need to be get started on time, as I need to talk about that not later on but by now. And the revival has been already started in this very context, and have had already done that. Last room is standing for this period team. For the team Val also, players are getting knocked, and I am expecting this team to win this certain match, but it is being really hard and harsh at now or by now. Last room is standing, whereas one of the player also got knocked out. Done, but for now to be for Team India, they got that very upper ground advantage, but by now Wisdom also got knocked out by the team Zayas, and Liluka will be the last place standing. Liluka is trying to make out a certain cover up situation at this momentum, trying to go with that the very constant shots, making out a certain difficulties. The revival job need to be started in time, as you need to talk about that not later on but by now. For the team ER as well, the revival job has already been started and trying to make it out on their side. For sure to be, they have had already managed out 10 frags for them to have had, and that is a great news by this very potential situation. The stage of the zone has been already converted into #6, and we could able to guess that damage that enemies or teams that are outside the very play zone facing right now. One of the player Ari just got knocked out. Last place standing will be our Babbling. She will be the last contributor and the very last hope for the team in this spirit game, but she also got exited by the team Val. Last woman standing for this spirit team, but they have had already managed out 18 frag, which is highest among the team. And for the very 3 of the matches, the very last 2 matches has been got exited with a 7 and 8 kills as a chicken dinner team, as they contributed only 7 or 8 kills in the very last matches. But by now to be, Val is going crazy for the team SASSY. So is SASSY the very top fragger for the very first game just got knocked out, and the revival job has been already started to revive out. Unji SASSY is just giving revival to early SASSY. SSSQ BLIZ just got knocked out at the space of a last room standing will be a Zakura and Contrain. For the team Val, last room standing trying to grab out certain angle, as she haven't got any of the, but just consistently looking after it in order to see some sort of fine angles to go for it, trying to go with the grenade, and that makes a finish against Sohi SASSY. This will be the 19th kill for them to have had. For the team Val, you guys also going for the constant charge, and she don't have any of the utilities. If she have had some, she will definitely try to go with that. This will be the very fine shot, and that was a very nice knock, but overcommitting wouldn't be a sustainable thing to just rely on. Sustainable mean by they have to look after the future, not only for the one kill, but they have to look after for the whole chicken dinner, as they are doing a very fine game. That makes a finish. Okay, overcommit will be a very decision or a fine decision to make it out on time. In this very present situation, SSSQ Zakura will be the last place standing, and the very maximum chances are going for the team Val to have had beautiful chicken dinner on their side. Wisdom is going for that grenade, and the Molly is also coming closer to that, but Wisdom have had that sort of utilities to use it out, and she is going consistently rudely against the team early or SASSY so called. SSSQ Zakura will be the last one. She is just proning at this area, I guess he also spotted that one player but haven't gone for the shots as he's letting to fight both of the teams, and she wanna took the advantage when two of the teams will go for the fight. She's just waiting for that momentum to come it out, but let's see. But that moment not really come out, and then after that Val have had already managed a 22 kills, and 1v2 need to be managed out by the player Bam Sass, and this goes the shots. And yes guys, as like I mentioned out, team Val got it out and left no clues as they got a chicken dinner with how many of the kills I need to talk about it, and that will be our 24 kill. They got 34 points in a single game in this very pleasant scenario, and this is a really very beautiful match as we need to talk about that. And Sassy also done a very fine job. They have had to manage out 6 kills. They got a total 12 points in this match. For the team Val, Luka got 10 frags, so she was the top fragger for this very match. And I will meet you at the very last game for the day. That will be for sure to be Irangle. We'll be right back after a break. أستاذ bad. Okay, guys, and this will be the very last game of the day, or the very day one, as I need to talk about that. And 59 players and 15 teams were over here on the line. But let's see how they're gonna be managing of the very battles and all of the stuff that need to be looked after it. And by this very time, the very plain path has been started from the area of none other than Georgia City area and end up at Novoripnoi. The certain what it's called as the very certain, the certain and certain plain path looks somehow awkward, but not really. But let's see how they're gonna be managing out the very battle. That must be look after it on time. They're just getting down. In this very present situation, concern to look after that. For the team 4M as well, we need to talk about it. They're just getting down. In this very present situation, concern for the team 4M, they are dropping in the area of Pochinki, where in the very last game, ASL got exited. Like they had nothing to do. Let's see. In this very game, they have to take the proper revenge. As by now to be just got up. Team number 14 is over here on the line. 4 minutes standing for this team, but haven't got any of the fine loots. So do 4M. They also don't have that certain loots to carry on the very battle by their side. Both of the teams are just looking after the loots, and they're just looting out, because this is the very important part of the game. At the first stage, there are the very two teams, sxsq and team number 2 VALKYRIES. Both of them are also trying getting engaging in some sort of battles over here right on time. KATZEYE is over here. Lily is also here. She is just moving ahead in this very present situation. As you need to talk about that, 59 players and 15 teams were over here. And in this very present situation concern, how they're gonna be managing of the very battle, that will be the very thing to just talk about and look after it. 1 minute and 15 seconds left. This is the very stage 1, so we need to go for that. And the stage of the zone, that will be our none other than stage 2. So let's just get ready for that. SSSQ, Zakura is over here. Skew is over here. Alice got knocked out at this stage, as ASL are trying to make out a certain revenge that they just faced off in the very first game in this of the very land of Pochinki, Irangal, as they are trying to take out a very healthy revenge against the team 4M. One of the players Alice got knocked out, and it is somehow hard to manage out revival on the time. Comes the constant shots, but Jokapur unable to finally exit that shot player, but Norsa did it. But for this spirit team as well, Norsa got exited through another angle. I guess Lucy was the one to manage out that knock on the time. But for the Norsa revival, the guy is a suitable teammate to just pass it out. But no, Misa just got closer for the battle. Zuka is getting ready as a SASSY. Really just got knocked out by KATZEYE, and that was a very fine knock by Zuka. Zuka is doing very fine, and the two players are just coming closer. There are those of the players, but that was nice knock by Dia as well. Dia ne knock Dia. Kisko diya? Banda Lucky ko diya. Kaz Nor got finished by SSSQ. UZZII. Norsa is trying to go with the grenade. This goes the grenade. Yoko is trying for that revival, and that has already been done out. Zuka need to face out the he's trying to make it out of finish. This goes the grenade. A perfect grenade that at this stage by now. Last place standing is just getting backwarded. All of the teams are coming at once, but Dia ने M249 से छल्ली कर दिया. Okay guys, that was a very fact.
As for this BD team, 2 of the kill has been contributed by Joka, and last 2 of the kills has been contributed by or grabbed by Dia, whereas Norsa and Yoko have played vital roles in order to get that. But that was really fabulous. That was really interesting fight that we just see or encountered at this current momentum. Only 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in this very present scenario for the team RYU as well. We need to talk about that. For this very team, 4 of the players are available and they have to get moved with that vehicle, as I think they have already looted out the area of Gatka. Yes or not? But I guess not, as they are trying to make it out that Haber has to get moving with that the very vehicle approach, as Gatka is at on ONYX center. Okay, that was really fine and exciting, interesting for the team HORAA Esports. Their only fine game will be our very game first match. Rather than that, second game has got exited with 5 points. Some 5, not exactly 5, but it must be 4 or 5, something like that. I guess 4. And then after that, third game was rubbish, such a rubbish game for the team HORAA Esports for the very third game. But at the last, they are here with 4 minutes standing, and they got into the very zone. I guess their first battle will be, the very clash will be against the team SSSQ, as I looking after that. For the team SSSQ, they have already managed out 4 frag, as they have take out that revenge of that one player SSSQ Billy, as the very first fight started by the team KATZEYE, but SSSQ finished it out. And that was a very good revenge to show out what happens if enemy team ever toss their teammates. In context of 1 blood, they have make 4 bloods against the teams. 1x to 4x. Okay, that was really great revenge in this very present scenario, and they aren't confidently ill. They are confidently strong in this very present situation, as you need to talk about that. But they surely missed that one player to call Billy, but they have to work for the 3-man domination, as they are doing by this time for the team BZ. Mimic just got knocked out at this stage, and I'm just looking after where was that certain player. That certain player is at on this area, whereas the very first player Mimic just got knocked out. But revival, I guess, wouldn't be that hard if they manage out any of the knock for the team. Yes, guys, that was a really, really very essential knock for the team. I think coming closer will be the fine decision making out by HORAA, but so is SASSY have had given a very fine damages against them. But a very bad or sad thing is that the player Unji SASSY just got revived, and this goes the grenade against that player, and that makes HORAA also to face out that knock. Mimic will definitely go for the finish, and HORAA has also faced out that knock, and that makes a finish for the team BZ. It is a very bad situational difficulties for them to have at. BZ Rain is all just getting back up, as there is no any sign of winning that battle in this very present scenario. If they tried, there must be a very results that will be our 50-50, not 50-50, since enemy team had 4 players and they only got 2 players left. So that will be our 75-25. That will be good percentage, winning percentage of the fight, so that VZ are trying to get that risks to take. So they are just getting back in this very present scenario. They are just fall backing. They just wanna loot out the area, just grab out some sort of healings and rotate lead. I guess it will be good for them to get out of this area through military base bridge if they wanna be safe in this very present scenario. They don't get any of the vehicles yet, but yeah, a very momentum vehicle, so-called bicycle they got. But they are on the road, so there is high probability of getting any of the vehicle. As like I said, they got a vehicle bike. But yeah, let's go with that. The bike is at on that dot SP, but finally she decided to use that first aid. And by this time they have to definitely cross the very bridge on time. By this time, Numbrepe bridge will also be safe, I guess. But yeah, the safer side will be our military base bridge in this case. For the team I will regard them as one of the consistent team. As 6 point was their average in any of the matches. Okay, for the team RE, Foreman is standing in this very present scenario. They haven't got any of the frags or any of the casualty, as they don't get engaged in any of the fights till now. But when they do so, what will their situation, what will they do, how many frags they collect, or who will be their casualty? That is a very questionable thing to look after it. And for the team HORAA Esports as well, player 3 just got knocked out by ASL. Okay, अब ASL र HORAA बिचको फाइट दुईवटा नेपाली टिम्स भनिसकेपछि हाम्रो मातृभाषा नेपालीमै हामीले यसलाई डिस्क्राइब गर्न मिलिहाल्यो के अरे. अनि एएसएल योको हुनुहुन्छ यहाँनिर. एएसएलको टिम कन्फिडेन्टली अगाडि छ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई, किनभने 4 फ्र्याग निकालेको छ भने HORAA Esports 0 फ्र्यागको साथमा त्यसैमाथि यतापट्टि ब्रोकन छ सम सर्ट अफ, किनभने एउटा प्लेयर नक थियो. But good things that the player got the revival on time. त्यो चाहिँ एउटा राम्रो कुरा रह्यो अहिले. लाइक अब जस्ट बिङ रेडी एट दिस भेरी प्रेजेन्ट सिनारियो. HORAA बिङ HORAA सेन्ट्रिक पोजिसन समाति बस्दैछ. एज बाई टु बी डिफेन्डिङ खेल्नुपर्छ उनीहरूले अहिलेलाई. अट्याक गर्नलाई मिल्दैन किनभने उनीहरूसँग राम्रो एरिया छ एनिमी टिम भन्दा पनि. आरीको लागि वान अफ द प्लेयर अलरेडी गट नक्ड, सो द रिभाइभल निड टु बी डन अन टाइम. एन्ड वान अफ द प्लेयर had already been there for the revival job. आइसक्नु भएको छ at this current stage, and the revival job has been already started for the team VAL. They are 4 in number. Foreman is standing, but haven't had grab out any of the frags. Beside of that, they don't face any of the casualty also, so they could be regarded as a neutral team for now and by now. न्युट्रल टिमको रूपमा सूचीकरण गर्न पाइन्छ, मिल्छ, अरू वाटेभर इट मेबी कल इट एज. बाई दिस पिरियड टाइम भालको लागि मिजु 77 इज जस्ट लुकिङ आफ्टर द अप्पर ग्राउन्ड एरिया टु फाइन्ड आउट सम क्लुज अफ एनिमिज, or in other words angles, but haven't had got any of that. So let's see how they're gonna be managing out this game battle, as they are the champion team for the very last game. In the very last game, the map of Rondo, they have managed out 24 kills, team kills. Beside of that, they got chicken in as well, so they grab out total 34 points in a single match. That is truly a very impressive game shown by that certain team. But for the team RYU as well, they are at on that Gotka area, and Gotka is also at on the centric position, some sort of, or a very fine portion of the zone, as really on the area of Gotka. So this will be the very thing to just talk about it. For the team KATZEYE as well, Foreman is standing, whereas our Genie, one of the players who called Genie, has managed out the very first kill for the team, whereas remaining of the 3 players haven't had got any of the frag yet. ओके, प्लेयर 4 HORAAलाई नक दिनुभएको छ. एएसएलको टिमहरू फाइटमा इनिसिएट गर्न लागिसक्नु भएको छ. ब्यान्डेजहरू एप्लाई गरेर दिया जुन कम्याचमा हुनुहुन्छ उहाँ इलअप गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ. बट HORAA स्पोर्ट्सलाई डिफेन्ड गर्न अलिक सजिलो भइरहेको छ, किनभने डाइरेक्टली पुस्को ल्याउन अलिक गाह्रै परिरहेको छ एएसएललाई, किनभने एरिया वाइजली अथवा ठाउँ वाइजली उनीहरूले छतमा चढेर पनि बसिरहेका छन्. जुन कुराको आइडिया पक्कै पनि एएसएल अब्रुप्ट प्लेयर्सले लिइरहेको होला, त्यस कारणले गर्दा उनीहरू डाइरेक्टली द फाइट जान अलिक गाह्रो मानिरहेको छ. बट एएसएलले एकदमै राम्रो रिभेन्स लिएको थियो. एज बाई नाउ टु फर्स्ट गेममा उनीहरू विदाउट एनी अफ द आर्म्स, जुन हिसाबले एक्जिट फेस गर्न परेको थियो फोयामीको तर्फबाट, उनीहरूले विथ आर्म्स नै विथ अ प्रोपर 4v4 ब्याटलमा नै उनीहरूले जिते देखाए. एउटा राम्रो स्विट रिभेन्स लिगे. त्यो रिभेन्सले मात्र पनि उनीहरूलाई गुड नाइट त गराउँछ, बट अझै एउटा गुडेस्ट नाइट गराउनको लागि उनीहरूलाई के चाहिएको छ भन्दा चिकन चाहिएको छ. गेम उनीहरूको लागि त्यस्तो छ्या भन्नेवाला पनि बनिरहेको छैन भने वा भन्नेवाला पनि बनिरहेको छ. प्लेयर 1 HORAAको तर्फबाट आरीको एगेन्स्टमा कन्स्ट्यान्ट सर्ट सुरु गइरहेको छ टु मेक आउट अ सर्टेन डिफिकल्टिज, बट सोचे जस्तो डिफिकल्ट भइरहेको छैन आरीको टिमको लागि. कन्सिस्टेन्ट सक्नुहुन्छ. As by now to be Arikola and NIKK just got knocked and finished at this very current stage. 3 of the player are available at this very stage and trying to get the constant shot. That makes a proper shot, and Sophia, not Sweetie, but Sophia just got knocked and finished at the stage. And last no man standing are available for this Spirit team. Move far, and another player will be our baby one. Trying to go with that the very vehicle. Coop, they are just taking Coop in order to go for it, but by this very time they have also a very important job. The very important job is to source out a very fine space to rely on. The very 45 players and 13 teams are available at this current stage. Here baby home is just getting down in this very fighting area. By this very time JS Jisma is at on the front line. Let's go for the 1-in-1, but baby home need to be more serious about the fight. Melody just got knocked out. This will be 1-in-1, 1v2, but Kullan just managed out that backup shot. Uzi got knocked out at this space. I guess last place standing will be at Zakura. She's getting ready with the grenade. This will be fine grenade, but no. The very projectile seems to be good, but at the first stage only. But later on, Cian just managed out this game or this fight on their side. But yeah, in the very exiting time, one of the player got finished out. But in this very case, for the team Cian Duomni standing, two of the player already got knocked and finished for this very certain team. Okay, only 57 seconds left for the another stage of the zone. ASL just moved out from that certain area, and that area has been covered up by the team RYU, I guess, as iOS Wide and HORAA haven't moved a bit from that area, since that area is at on zone, and moreover that area is really fine too, really on in this very present scenario, and they're just waiting for the zone shifting. Let's see where does it just rely on. Player 1 HORAA is looking after that. They don't know which exactly team where they are just thinking like that they are definitely ASL, as the very same number of teams has been replaced ASL to RYU. Only 5 seconds left in this very present scenario, as like I already mentioned about that fact, this is stage none other than third. अब हामी जानुपर्छ स्टेज 4 को लागि पक्कै पनि 38 को ओभरअल प्लेयर्स 11 वटा टिम्स मध्ये कुन चाहिँ टिमले निकाल्छ भन्दा जोन 15 भएको छ, अनि वाटर सिटी एरिया भन्दा पनि यो सम सर्ट अफ रियुन्स एरियामा गई बनेको छ यो जोन एकदमै इन्ट्रेस्टिङ रहनेवाला छ, किनभने मान्छेहरू जताततै चढेर बसिरा हुन्छ, को कता कता लुकिरहेको छ, रियुन्समा त पत्ता लगाउन पनि अलि दुःखै पर्नेवाला छ फर द टिम VG. Vizila exit गराएको छ by the team none other than team Val have managed out that fight on their side, as they manage out or just grab out 3 frags in this very present situative concern to look after that. रहेको छ कुरा. Players are getting knocked out at this stage. Let's go over here. Last one is starting. That will be nice knock. Nice finish. Probably SASSY will be the last one starting for the team, and she was the sole fragger for the team, as she is the only one player to contribute 2 kills for her team rather than her, because the player got exited without any of the frag points. हुनी त न त हुनी हो पर गेम भिजुअल बनाएको भए मैले देखाउँदै बनाउनु भएको छैन होला, भोलिबाट हुन्छ होला। पेनल्टी म्यानेजमेन्टमा कसैले हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ भने प्लिज उहाँको रिक्वेस्टलाई बुझिदिनु. Trying to go for the constant shots, early SASSY, the very last assassin, the very last contributor, the very last fragger left it over here for the team SASSY. Early SASSY faced that back out by the team Val. As for the team Val as well, they have already grabbed out that certain 4 kills on their side. In this very present scenario, they have already grabbed out 4 kills for the teams. For now, Mizu and Boylet is over here without any of the fragments, rather than both of them. 2 of the player Wisdom and Liluka has contributed to 2 frag for the team per 2 kills, and they are the very reasonable factor to have had 4 frag by this time. Yes guys, that is the fact that we must need to consider at this current stage. Val Wisdom is just doing that healing up job by this time, and one of the player already got knocked out. But sadly, Pavlik just got knocked out. Ari will be the last pick at the other place. And as we have to talk about the team KATZEYE as well, Ginny just got knocked out. KATZEYE is also facing some sort of deadly shots. She has been already converted into the by this many times. She had to go for the revival job on time. She's just moving for that. The way the constant shots are coming against her, for sure to be. She is just reloading out her gun. In this very present scenario, we have to talk about the team HORAA Esports. 4 players standing, trying to get ready with that the very grenade. However, has to go with that. This will be the very grenade, but couldn't able to deal crucial damage. Instead, certain player going with that consistent nade. This will be another nade. This will be the vehicle spray that deals some sort of fine damage against the player. But by this very time, Zone is also disfavoring them. So they need to be more conscious relating to the zone. For the team EA, Battling also got knocked out. I guess last place standing will be out. None other than Kari. Kari has been here for the revival, and the revival job has been already started. It need to be done on time. By this very time, the revival has been already done in this very prison. Presence is very concerned to just look after it. That is a very factful thing to just talk about it. 126 players in 8 teams are available by now and for now, as they have been into that shot in hashtag 8. They could able to grab out 1 point as a placement as well. Only 37 seconds left in this present scenario for the team JS. 4 players standing, whereas 3 kill has been contributed by the solo player 𝐒𝐋𝐎𝐓. Jib haven't got any of the frags for the team. Jib have got 1 frag, and Jib, another one Jib, Jib haven't got any of the frag hits. But only fine thing they have had is that they are 4 in number. They have normal advantage for the team RYU. 3 minutes standing. One of the players 𝐒𝐋𝐎𝐓 already got knocked in finish, and they are trying to get engaged in the very fight. One of the player got knocked out at this very current stage, which is not so fine. Trying to go for the grenade. This will be the nade. I don't think so that will connect a bit this connection, but yeah, I see converted into .sp at the last. She also got exited from the lobby by JS Jib herself. And that is a very fact that we must need to consider at this given momentum. For the team C1, 2 minutes standing. 2 of the player already got knocked in finish. Last 2 minutes standing, but they have already grabbed about 3 frag for the team. For the team Val, they have grabbed a very fine area, and there is maximum chances of winning this match in context of area, in context of number advantage, in context of that certain confidence, as they have already grabbed out 4 kills. And that was a very fact thing that we must need to consider. For the team ASL, one of the players Joga just got knocked and the healing up job has been already started. ASL को team अवश्य थोरै प्रेसराइज सिचुएसनबाट निस्किन लागिरहेको छ. त्यही क्रममा जुन मजाले पाएको भए सजिलो हुन्थ्यो. भालको लिल्युका अलि बढी यता अगाडि आउनु भएको छ, त्यसले उहाँलाई दुःख मार्न सक्छ. नक भएको खण्डमा डाइरेक्टली जान गाह्रो पर्ला. सियानको टिमको तर्फबाट नक पारियो, बट रिभाइबल वुडन्ट बी दैट हार्ड. तिनीहरू राम्रो एरियामा छन्. डाइरेक्टली स्ल्यामिङ जानलाई कुनै पनि टिम्स रेडी भइसकेका छैनन्. सो दे आर फाइन. द रिभाइभल विल बी इजी, बट इन कन्टेक्स्ट अफ लिलिका देयर इज अ भेरी लेस चान्स अफ गेटिङ रिभाइभल इफ सी गेट नॉक्ड आउट. As better to be ASL Zuka is just coming closer for the battle through Proprietor. Yes, and okay, she got zone as well. I guess aces of the zone. The shots are coming consistent against her. By this very time, this team have had already managed our 6 frag, where 3 and 3 kill has been contributed by Joka and Dia. 2 of the player are here without any of the frag points. One of the player for the team KATZEYE got knocked out at the front line. We have to reach out over there on time. For the team KATZEYE, 2 of the player already got knocked in finish. Last 2 minutes standing. We're over here. To talk about that, they're trying to just get close for the team. KATZEYE Join also got knocked out at undisputed presence. It's very concerned. Join just got knocked out. Ginny will be the last person standing, and Ginny also got exited from the lobby. And that was not a good deed to do. Let's go instead trying to go for the constant shots. That will be the very constant shots against them. ASL को team अलि
अब भनौँ न खुलेर खेल्न पाएको छ। अब 4 जना प्लेयर एभाइलेबल भइसकेका छन्। प्लस अब जोनको कुरा आएन पता पनि जोन रहेको टिम यो मात्रै छ, एउटा एज भए पनि भाल्किरीले अहिलेसम्म राम्रो इन्डिएसन राम्रो जोन पनि त्यहाँबाट उनीहरूले क्यापिटलाइज गरेर राम्रो नम्बर अफ फ्र्याग पनि निकाल्यो होला मैले आशा राख्दैछु। यस 5 किल एउटा किल मात्र प्लस गरेर छन् त्यस्तो एरियाबाट। बट एएसएललाई थोरै प्रेसर दिने कोसिसमा लाग्दैछ। नक ओ सेट एउटै टाइममा दुईवटा प्लेयर नक आउट भइसकेपछि पक्कै पनि यो टिम्स अलि यहाँ समस्यामै आइलागेको छ यो टिम्सको गेम। अब यहाँ समस्याले भरिपूर्ण गेममा कन्भर्ट आउट हुँदैछ एट एन दिस रिप्रेजेन्ट सिनारियो एज यु निड टु टक अबाउट द्याट नट लेट रन बट फाइनल दिस गोज द शॉट्स VALKYRIES converted into lower than half as PSL Dia got finished out by VALKYRIES herself. This will be the grenade against Norsa. Norsa is at on the very low HP for the team ASL. One of the player already got knocked in finish. But this, what was that? A grenade or Molly? Molly couldn't able to connect out properly. So Norsa somehow been lucky at this moment up, but not more than that. There is high risk of getting knocked out as like I said, but she could her luck save her out of this situation. उनको भाग्यले बचायो यहाँ एकचोटि होइन दुईचोटि होइन तीनचोटि बाँच्नुलाई त भाग्य नै भनिन्छ। अब के भन्नु त को लागि आरिरहनुहुन्छ दिस करेन्ट स्टेज। नोर्सा इज फेसिङ कन्स्ट्यान्ट शॉट्स बाई नन अदर देन मिज्यू ASL last moment is standing trying to go for the grenade but sadly Joka got knocked out. Yoko is just performing out that healing of job on this time. This grenade comes against her. Okay, Yoko just also managed out Lilyuka as a knock for the team BAL. 3 women standing. Ari was also there. This makes a finish and ASL got exited as like that with that the very last grenade. Last two teams are fighting against each other but team VAL. They have the highest chances of winning this battle in this present scenario, the aggression, the number bandits. But in this case, if EARE could able to manage out that revival, then this will be hard for the team VAL since the enemy team will also get converted into duo man standing, which will be equal to them.
Last place standing is over here. First knock. Okay, last 1-1. He's gonna be getting that chicken dinner. Who get that? Okay, EA. Okay, nice. We didn't have a single team to grab out 2 chicken dinner in a day. As the very first game chicken dinner done by the team HORAA Esports. Second one by the team. Which was that certain team? I just forget that, but I will keep on reminding. And third game has been picked out by the team none other than Team BAL, and last one has been picked out by the EA. That was really fabulous. Top fragger for the team was our player EARE, and this was our the very last game. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure the like button and subscribe button. For now, we have to go for the break until tomorrow. We will be back on the same time the very next day, and this was the very end of the very day 1. Thank you so much. Take care and bye bye.